Hi, good morning. Morning, let me see. Yes, 11:22. We'll say it's late morning. Um, I'm here again. I was here yesterday, and I'm trying to get into the routine to just go to my room every day. See, the video you saw with my gigantic book of ideas, I've sewn this part. So now I just have to cut the card. I have to hope that this glued. Yes, it did. I just have to cut the card wherever I need to, so it fits, and then I will be done. This is just, doing nothing and everything at once. Bruni was sleeping, and I went for a smoke in the backyard, and I saw my papers that I coffee dyed yesterday, and I'm like, I should collect papers and coffee dye some more papers. I should do something this and this and this, and then I walked in, and I thought to myself, you know what? Just go to your room right now. Brownie's asleep. Luna is in Michelle's room asleep. So, don't start anything. Just go do something that's good for you. And I did. Look, so I'm thinking this card. Why is it there? Oh, maybe that was too much lace here. I would like for this part to kind of, peek out. Okay. So this can go into the journal. And you know what? I have a whole bunch. This is so pretty. I don't want to toss it. I have a whole bunch of envelopes here that I took out because they are ripped or whatever. And I should just do this to all of them. I'm thinking maybe I will do like a little mass making. I never do mass making, I think. Do I ever do mass making, guys? I don't think so. So let's see if there's, I think 1 and 2 were done, right? I'm always like going through them and trying to figure out, oh, what is this? Oh, it got stuck right in there. I'm trying to figure out if there's any space left. That would be a good space too. Oh, it's gonna look odd. Oh, it's cool. I like it. So it has to be, I don't know, probably, I don't know if I should clip it this way, which I don't. I like when it looks out. So I'm thinking right now, how do I clip it so it stays out? I clip it on top. Okay, so this one was done. This is like a little pocket. Oh, you could also put it into a pocket, because why not? This one is too long. So I could cut it, but I don't want to. So it's possible. That's all I'm saying. This one. And you know what? Here, there's a lot of space. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna clip it right in here. I just need to figure out how to clip it. Oh, my paper clips. Oh, there is one paper clip. And it's long, so that should work. Where's the other page? Right here. Oh, it's gonna look so good because it's gonna stick out. I like it. So if I just clip it like this, it's gonna, move it. Whenever you move it, fold it, it's gonna stick out. I like it. I do like it. So let's just do everything and nothing, because I came in here without any ideas of what to do. So I think I might just continue a little bit with whatever I was doing before. I was organizing some stuff, and I was going through some stuff, and maybe I should go through the envelopes and see if I cover them all up, what would it be? This one is like half a pocket already. So this could be just a pocket. I was thinking, I got these, and they are like so cool. If you kind of glue this part down here, you can glue this part onto your journal page. I was thinking, this is such a weird envelope. I don't know who sent it. I don't know, but this is like easy pay for something. It does not, some insurance stuff. Oh, Mutual of Omaha. Yeah, that's when my husband was, he was on disability for 3 months after his big surgery. I don't even know if I ever told you like the whole story, but he had a really, really bad heart attack in January 13th, which was a Friday. And a day or two prior to that, he had indigestion, you know, and he never had heartburn. So he was saying like, is that heartburn? It feels weird in my stomach. And you know, me, as much as I catastrophize everything, I was just like, yeah, maybe it is heartburn. I was not thinking bad at all. At all. So he went to work. And he went to work, and on his way back, he called me, and his drive is like around 2 hours. And he called me and he said, can you Google the symptoms for me? And then he told me that he has like, I don't know what he said, but heartburn and something else. And I Googled it, and you know how Google works. Every time you Google something, it's telling you that you're going to die. So I told him, you know what, can you just come home and we go to the emergency room or something? Because Google says you're going to die. And it was more of like a joking manner, because I know that when I Google my symptoms, Google always tells me that I'm going to die, right? So I was not serious. Like, I did not expect anything. However, he came home. He drove 2 hours while having a heart attack. And when he came home, I took him to the emergency room, and it got real right there, because his blood pressure was barely there. We actually thought, whenever they took his blood pressure, we were laughing. We said the machine is broken, because his blood pressure is usually always high, and this was way below 100, you know. So we laughed it off, and we thought the machine didn't measure the blood pressure. And then they took him to a room, and they took an x-ray, and after that, oh goody, things went downhill, you know. Like, they brought in an echo. They did an echo of his heart, and thank God I filmed it. I was not allowed to. When they saw that I was filming it, they told me to turn off my cam, but I was filming the screen of his echo, and they told me to turn off my phone, not to film anymore. It's not allowed, so I did. However, right there, the ambulance came and they drove him to another hospital, and I had to go with my own car. And yeah, that was the moment where I told his family, because I realized things are not going good. And I went to the other hospital, to the emergency room. I don't know why I'm telling you all of that now. Maybe I'm processing with you, you know. Maybe I am. I went to the emergency room, and in there, the cardiologist on call, he came, and he was saying something like, yeah, we're gonna admit him, and we're gonna do a, I forget what it's called, you know, when they go through your groin and they put something in there. I forget what it's called. Angiogram? I'm not sure. Just to see, because we're assuming he might be having a heart attack. And I said, no. When we were in the first hospital, they did an echogram, echo of his heart, and they said something was ruptured or something like that, you know. And I told him I filmed it, so I showed in the second hospital. This is an extra hospital for heart stuff, and I showed the cardiologist there the video that I made. And once he has seen the video, they called somebody in, and they took him right into this angio, I think it's called, I'm not sure. And when he came out of that, he had a balloon pump for his heart, and he had a surgery appointment for the next morning, and things went very quickly. Whenever everything was over and I saw the cardiologist again, he told me that, you know, I helped save his life because I filmed it. And that's where I was thinking, they don't allow you to film anything. And this message did not come through from the first ER to the second ER. that they saw it, you know. Yeah, it's no good. So every time you have the opportunity, even if it breaks the rule, try to film or write down and, you know, pay attention to what the doctors are saying, because it might save somebody's life. He said that's the only reason why they did it so quickly, and because they did it so quickly, that helped him survive, because after he got a quadruple bypass surgery plus a mitral valve replacement, and his surgery was super long. I was there in the hospital, but not from the beginning, because I knew I'm gonna just go crazy. So I tried to kind of do normal things. I scheduled an appointment for Brownie. I don't know what we were doing. Maybe cutting his nails. I don't know. But I needed to do something else. And then I went there and I still waited for many, many hours in the hospital. And yeah, when the doctor came out, the surgeon, he said that it's very critical. I was expecting, I know it might be so stupid. I might have been so naive. I do not know. But while I was waiting for my husband to come out of surgery, and it kind of makes me tear up, in my brain, I was thinking he comes out, and I had surgeries before, and I wake up and people talk to me. That's what I was expecting. He comes out, I go to the ICU, I talk to him, everything will be fine. But it was not like that. When the surgeon came out, he said, he's not doing good, and, you know, the next 24 hours are critical, and we need to figure out if he will be able to come off intubation, and so many things that I was not prepared. So then the nurse came out and she said, okay, you can see him now. Did anybody tell you, prepare you? I'm like, prepare me for what? And she said, well, there's a lot of machines and he's intubated and asleep, and it was too much. And I was all by myself, you know. I was alone. Michelle was at home with the puppies because, you know, can't just leave Brownie. And I think I would have been worse off with Michelle there. Not because she's bad, but just, you know. However, when I saw my husband, he didn't look like my husband at all. Oh my God. He was so swollen. And he was intubated, and there were machines all over the place. There were like so many things. I was terrified to come close and touch him, and so I couldn't stay long. I could just, you know, I prayed with him, and then they told me I have to leave, so I left. That was the worst night in my life, waiting if he will wake up, you know. In the middle of the night, I had a bad dream. I had a really bad dream. I don't know the dream, but I know that in my dream someone said, pronounced dead. And I just jumped out of my bed, and the first thing I did, I called the hospital. And they said he is still fine, you know, as fine as he can be. And yeah, thank God he woke up. And they took out the intubation, and he was doing very bad. It was something. It was the worst thing I've ever had to go through. And for the first time, I felt really, really, really alone. I mean, his brothers and his mother, his cousins, they kind of, you know, kept a little bit of contact with me, and I updated them every step of the way, but I didn't see anybody or hug anybody. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm crying now, even though, you know, he's doing much better now, but I'm terrified for him now. And all of my catastrophizing, I never imagined this situation. So what does this tell me? You can catastrophize until you're blue in the face. You still cannot think of everything. So either think more or stop thinking. Yeah. yeah, however, he stayed in the hospital for, I think, 10 days. Yeah, something like that. He was in the ICU for most of it, and then for 2 days I think he was in a normal room. And then he came home, and you know, my strong husband, he was just, he couldn't do things. And he had a beard and a mustache. I've never seen him like that. He looked so different. And yeah, but his mom came over here from the East Coast to stay, and you know, she did a lot for my mental well-being just by being here. She's so nice. I'm a little scared of her. Or I was a little scared of her. I'm not scared of her anymore. But she's so nice. She's super nice. You know, I'm glad she was here. She stayed here, I think, for maybe 3 months even. I don't know anymore. However, it was very different to have somebody here. It was not good, but it was very good. I don't know if that makes sense. It was extremely different because I just, you know, me and my fibro and this and that, and I have bad days, and then, you know, but there was no judgments. I have not met a person like this in my whole life yet. Okay, give me a second. It does not work. Of course somebody called me while I'm in my room. It's incredible. Nobody's calling me when I'm not in here, but call me when I go to my room. Okay. However, what was I saying? His mom was very non-judgmental, which I don't know. I did not grow up like this, you know, in my family. And I don't think they know better. And I'm not like blaming somebody or being mean or whatever. I just don't think they know better. There's always a judgment. There's always a condition. Nothing is ever like good enough. You know, you could always be better or whatever. There's just things you do and things you don't. And here, I must say, you know, maybe she was having judgments in her head. I do not know, but she didn't show anything. You know, I hope she was happy to be here. And I think we had a good time, you know, even though it was at the same time exhausting too, because, yeah, having another person, and I have only met her once before, for 1 day, okay? It's not like I had somebody here whom I knew very good. No, we spoke on the phone, yes, but we met only once at the very beginning when I moved here. So yeah, it was good. It was good. Sometimes I miss her a lot. Oh, what is today? Tuesday. I'm gonna go call her. Whenever I'm done here, I'm not gonna do much more. But whenever I'm done here, I'm gonna go call her because she's East Coast, and then it's gonna be too late. And I told her I'm gonna call her on Tuesday. I had my barium swallowed today, and the doctor right away said it looks normal, so there's no cancers and no scar tissue in my esophagus. And oh no, this was cut. Oh well, that is what it is. I could actually just sew it everywhere. Yeah, I could. Yeah, so that was good. And tomorrow I'll get my CT, next CT, so we'll see what's going on there, hopefully. And yeah, what else was there? Yeah, my husband is okay now. You know, he's taking me to the ER now, and it freaks me out. Just the other day when I passed out, it was a big, you know, it's not like I'm walking there and pow, I passed out. No, I started feeling bad. I yelled for him. He came downstairs. He didn't know what to do. He asked me if he should take me to the ER. I said yes. He ran upstairs to change, you know, because he just had like shorts. He was at home. And by the time he came downstairs, I got up, I fell. You know, it's a stressful situation, and he didn't know what to do. And I don't want to put stress on him. Goody. I feel so bad for putting stress on him. It's not good for him. It's not good at all. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel really, really bad for that. I don't know what to do. My therapist is telling me, you know, it's okay. He can take care of you too, but I don't want to. I don't want to stress him out. Or anybody else for that reason, you know. I don't want anybody to be stressed about something about me. I'm so embarrassed every time. This night, for the first time in a long time, I went to the ER again and sat in front of it. For the first time in a long time, you know, I had a dream that I'm choking on something. And I woke up and I couldn't breathe. And I just felt so bad. I'm assuming it was acid in my lungs again. But in this moment, I just couldn't think straight or do anything. I'm wondering, should this be like a little one as well? It could be. Yeah, so I took an Ativan and I went straight to the ER. I didn't want it to get worse. And my husband was up. He was getting ready for work because he goes at nighttime, right? And he was like, what's wrong? Should I take you? And I said, no, I'm going to go. And then I came back and he was gone. And, you know, he has a Tesla, so I can see where he is. And I looked and he was still driving to work. And I didn't want to startle him. You know, I'm afraid to call people when they are driving because I don't want them to have an accident. So I thought, okay, I'm going to call him. He's almost at work. But by the time he was at work, I fell asleep. So he messaged me, but my phone is off. He called me, but my phone is off. He called the ER. I wasn't there. So he called Michelle and asked her to check on me. And, you know, he was worried. And once again, I feel so bad. I don't want to worry him and stress him. Why? Yeah, not good. However, it is what it is, right? I don't know. I would have done anything for him, and I still will, and, you know, I am. If he doesn't feel well, I'm right there, but I cannot take the same from him. Does it make sense? It's very hard for me. I'm thinking, why not just cover this up right away too? Right? How do I do that? I need to kind of rip a little bit from here. So this way, partially this stuff will be gone too. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, oh no, did I rip it? Oh, I did. It's okay. We can still glue it. God, I didn't push enough. However, I don't know what this is going to be, but this way stuff is gone from my table. Plus, and this is the most important, I get to do something other than stress about my health. Okay, so petting my dogs helps, but this helps too. This helps too. Okay, let me see. Am I going to distress it just a little bit? I mean, I don't think any of it is going to be visible, but you never know, right? So I'm just going to go here. And I'm going to go in the middle because, yeah, the butterflies are there. I think this is how it's going to go. Yeah, let's do it. Somehow I have a headache, and I don't know why. Maybe from the barium that I swallowed today. Oh no. Last time I swallowed, I had a barium swallow study. It was a little different. It also like checked my intestines and stuff. Oh no. God dang it. Now I put it there where the butterflies are supposed to go. And now it's going to be sticky there. Or if it dries, it's not going to stick anymore, will it? We will see. And if it's still sticky, then I will just cut the same butterflies, but from a different paper and put in there. What am I doing? I'm always making mistakes. I think this is part of my crafting life. I'm making mistakes. Well, at least these parts are going to be glued down now. Mostly. What? Oh, I have to marinate chicken. Alexa is my secretary. Yeah, however, last time when I did this study and I swallowed barium, I ended up in the emergency room later because my stomach was hurting so bad. They gave me morphine and Dilaudid. I don't know. Remember I told you when morphine made my chest hurt so bad? And not a soul came up to me when I was yelling. They were just like... I don't like the hospital here. I went to the ER in the next city here after my capsule. Whenever I passed out the second day. I went to the ER next town over, and they were real people. They had compassion. Nobody was talking about anxiety. They were nice. And I'm like, oh my God, it must be our town here. The ER here is just, I don't know if there's a lot, they've seen a lot, so they lost their compassion or what's going on, but I don't know. I was in so much pain and terrified, and I had to call my husband to come out to the ER so somebody would take care of me. So, you know, nah, I don't know how I feel about it. Look, now this is like a little, whenever this part dries, hopefully, flip out. Of course, you can put more pages here and then make a little pocket here. And then, you know, I'm just going to let it dry for now. And I think I will be done with my video for now because I'm starting to get a headache. And I don't like it. I have one more envelope. Should I do this just real quick and then I will be done? So, but then all the envelopes will be done. Why am I keeping this? Yes, it's pretty. So all the envelopes, well, all the envelopes from here will be done. I have 2 drawers full of envelopes. So don't worry, there is much more coming. Yeah. And my husband being in the hospital and everything, and me being in the hospital so many times didn't help because we're getting so many letters and more envelopes all the time. Okay, I'm gonna try and kind of hold it here. See? Insurance services. Okay. There's that. I did it all. Let me glue this down. So all of them are kind of prepared. So maybe next time I will just talk to you and decorate them a little. Just spend some time. Thank you so much for, you know, those of you who comment on videos like this. It especially perks me up because then at least I know that every time I do it, I think nobody's watching by this time, right? But then I get a comment and it makes me feel like people care. I don't know if that makes sense. And it means a lot. Whenever you're very depressed and having a hard time, it means a lot to know that people care. So yeah, thank you very much. If you think you haven't done anything today, but you watched this video, I want you to know that you definitely made my life better. So thank you. I hope you guys are doing good, better than me, and creating. And, you know, I know everybody goes through hardships. And I'm here for you too. So thank you so much. And I hope I will be back soon. Bye-bye for now.